5th annual fundraiser event that we have every year to raise resources for our program. And last night, as Dave said, we had a wonderful local dinner prepared by 6 of our region chefs, and we raised over $40,000 for our program. So we're delighted. And we want to thank everyone who was involved in that and who made that possible. I'd also like to thank the sponsors of today's events. You'll find several of them on the program that you have. But there were literally scores of organizations and individuals who helped make these suite of events possible. So a huge thank you to all of you. You're a big part of why we're here. This is also an extra special event for us for 2 reasons. It's a celebration of the 10th anniversary of the SARC, almost to the day when it was conceived and then became a program in 2000, shortly thereafter. So the growth has been incredible, and it's been interesting to track the level of interest as it's risen among faculty, staff, and students. It's also the first time that we've made a public announcement about the new center that we're forming that will be founded on the foundation of the SARC and hopefully go much beyond it. So we're thrilled about that as well. I'm so pleased that we have the opportunity today to host this panel of 3 such accomplished individuals to both celebrate the past and launch a new beginning. Today's presentation exemplifies what we hope to use the new center for and to facilitate, namely an exploration, a meaningful examination, and a dialogue among diverse stakeholders on how we can all work together to build a more sustainable food and agricultural system. I think this is a great start and couldn't be more fitting for a first step. As you know, sustainability is a complex topic with many facets, so we are very grateful to all of our panelists today for having agreed to share their perspectives to help us formulate our own ideas about the issue. It seems to me that a university is the perfect place to have this discussion because, of course, our mission is education. My great hope for today is that we will all leave here with something new, and hopefully having been inspired by something that we've never considered before. So I hope you'll join me in giving each of our panelists your full attention and consideration. Finally, I hope this conversation will be a starting point for further discussion. This is a very important issue, a very important conversation, which we all need to be having. And in spite of the 3 brilliant minds on stage today, I'm sure it will be far from over at the end of the day. So, I hope you will find this a constructive discussion, and I hope it will encourage you to come back and continue it with this. I hope you'll come back for more, and I hope that you will be involved in our programs as we develop them for sustainable research and education here at Carroll College. So with that said, I hope that you'll check out our website and track our progress in the future, and I'd now like to introduce our panelists. We have with us today Myra Goodman. Myra Goodman is the co-founder, with her husband Drew, of Earthbound Farm, the country's largest grower of organic produce. Originally from the East Coast, she and her husband came to California's Carmel Valley in 1984, where they settled on a 2.5-acre raspberry farm and taught themselves to farm only with natural inputs and begin their lifelong commitment to organic farming. In 1986, Earthbound Farm became the first company to successfully market packaged salads for retail sale, and is also credited with popularizing spring mix salads nationwide. As Earthbound Farm has grown over the past 25 years, the company has remained faithful and dedicated to organic food and farming. Drew and Myra still live on their original farm, but today they are joined by 3 partners and 150 other growers who are dedicated to bringing delicious produce to people across the country. Every year, 33,000 crop acres. They farm 33,000 crop acres organically, and in doing so, avoid the use of more than 10 million pounds of synthetic chemicals. Before starting Earthbound Farm, Myra earned a bachelor's degree from UC Berkeley. She is also the author of Food to Live By, the Earthbound Farm Organic Cookbook, and is currently working on her 2nd cookbook. So thank you, Myra, for being with us. It's a pleasure to have you. Michael Pollan is the Knight Professor of Journalism at UC Berkeley's Graduate School of Journalism and is the Director of the Knight Program in Science and Environmental Journalism. For the past 20 years, Michael Pollan has been writing books and articles about food, agriculture, gardens, drugs, and architecture. He is the author most recently of In Defense of Food and Leaders Manifesto. His previous book, Omnivore's Dilemma, A Natural History of 4 Meals, was named one of the 10 best books of 2006 by the New York Times and Washington Post. It also won the California Book Award, the Northern Cal Book Award, the James Beard Award for Food Writing, and was a finalist for the National Book Critics Circles Award. His previous book, Botany of Desire, was also a New York Times bestseller and was recognized as the best book of the year by the American Booksellers Association. A contributing writer to the New York Times Magazine since 1987, his writing has received numerous awards, including the James Beard John Burroughs Prize, the QPB New Vision Award, the Reuters Global Award for Environmental Journalism, and the Humane Society of the United States Genesis Award. His essays have appeared in many anthologies, and in addition to publishing regularly in the New York Times Magazine, his writings have appeared in Harper's, Mother Jones, Gourmet, Vogue, and Gardens Illustrated. Michael, thank you for joining us. Dr. Jerry Smith is with us from Colorado. He's a University Distinguished Professor at Colorado State University, where he occupied a Monfort Endowed Chair in Meat Science in 1990. Previously, he served as professor and head of the Department of Animal Science at Texas A&M University, where he won the Outstanding Teaching Performance Award and many others. He has also been awarded numerous merits of distinction, including from the American Society of Animal Science, the American Meat Science Association, the National Association of Meat Purveyors, and the National Livestock Grading and Marketing Association. In 1989, Dr. Smith was named a Distinguished Alumni of the College of the Sequoias. In 1996, he received the Alumni Award of Excellence from California State University, Fresno. He has published 334 full-length articles in refereed scientific journals and more than 675 other contributions as proceedings, technical writings, and so forth. Currently, Dr. Smith is an advisor to the Beef Quality Assurance Task Force of the National Cattlemen's Association, is a member of the Food Marketing Institute, the Scientific Advisory Board of the American Meat Institute, and many other organizations. Dr. Smith, it's a pleasure to have you. We're very pleased to have one of our own, Dr. J. Scott Vernon, as our moderator today. Scott is a professor in the Agricultural Education and Communication Department. He is an award-winning writer and professional speaker. He teaches leadership and communication in agriculture. The California State Assembly recently recognized him for his leadership in communicating the economic importance of family farmers and ranchers to California. Dr. Vernon and the students have launched a popular national campaign to improve consumer and voter awareness among young people about agriculture. It's called I Love Farmers, They Feed My Soul. Scott, thank you for
Thank you, Hunter. Appreciate that. Sound on? We good? My role as the moderator. Let me share with you this morning a little bit my role. My role is to help guide the conversation here this morning and to find points where perhaps we agree on and maybe some points we disagree on. And in doing so, we'll follow the conversation and hope that you enjoy the dialogue as we go through this process. Also, my role here is to, at some point in time, you'll be able to answer questions or ask questions with a card. You'll pass those cards to the edges, and then they'll come to me. And I'll try to get through as many of those questions as we have. Obviously, we may not get to them all, but we'll try. And in the meantime, I want to say hi to the students. They're all up there at the top. That's what we're here for, and I appreciate that. Also, it's important to understand, why are we here? We're here because we all agree on something. We agree that agriculture in the United States of America is an important economic engine. Where we perhaps disagree is how we achieve the objectives to feed our nation and the world. Today, hopefully our dialogue will take us in a direction to help us find some solutions to these very complex problems that are not only happening locally, but at the state, federal, and obviously at global level. So I hope that you enjoy the conversation today. Sit back and relax, and we'll get this baby going.